Can you beat Blackout Hospital without items? This means no consumables, HP or MP items, or upgraded gear like the Super Soaker or the expensive doctor's coat, or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't actually remember what it's called. Why the fuck would I Essentially, can you beat Blackout Hospital with piss low damage, being 3-shot by basically everything, and having your only source of healing being the British pufferfish? Why the fuck am I even saying this? You read the title of the video. Let's move on. So, chances are 90% of the people who click on this video are either one of my friends or someone who subscribed to my channel from the shitty AI cover that took me 2 seconds to make. Please stop watching it. Why does it have 11,000 views? Give the support to someone who actually deserves it. What the? Now, if you're not one of the 10% of people who actually know what Blackout Hospital is, I'd encourage you to play it before watching this video, as it's a decently story-driven game, and this video is going to spoil basically everything about it. It's free on Steam and itch.io. You have no excuse to not play it unless you don't have a computer, in which that case, watch a playthrough. You have no excuse to not check it out unless you're Victoria. Now, if you're not going to check it out, TLDR is that it's a short RPG where you play as a janitor who works in a hospital, spooky shit happens, yada yada yada. Let's move on to the actual fucking video. Stop using paw. My god. So the beginning parts are boring and useless with no gameplay, so let's skip until we actually fight stuff. The first fight is basically a tutorial. You don't really need healing items. I don't even actually know if you can get any healing items there. Editing, Swoop, can you check that for me? Right. Just spam attack and dual attack, you'll be fine. So now that Vasilis has a heart attack and tries to leave the hospital, but can't yada yada, I don't care, I've already beaten the game, shut up! Only noteworthy thing is that now we have Mary in our party. Mary is going to be very important for this run, as DK and Ruin apply the sick and very sick debuffs respectively, which do damage over time and ignore defense, I think. I don't know, there's no wiki for this game, I'm going off of observation. I don't fucking know. Mary can also use Hyperfection, which affects either her or a party member with Hyper. Although, let's be real, you're only ever going using it on Vasilis. But anyways, Hyper makes them take damage over time. Like, runs out decently quickly. But it gives them a massive damage boost. I put massive in all caps. I don't even know if the damage boost is that big. Like, my script says massive in all caps. What? I don't know how big the damage boost is. I don't fucking remember. Why did I put that? So at the later bosses, dual attack and Mary specials are basically going to be the only way that we can even damage them. Because, you know, we don't have the upgraded gear that can damage them. Alright, so now we can enter a room full of monsters. When I don't actually remember what happens in the story, I think Rune is just like, yeah, the monsters don't actually care about you unless you annoy them. And then now you can enter that room. We're gonna annoy them a lot. We're committing genocide on these motherfuckers. We're gonna need a lot of XP. Like, honestly, like, I had to grind a bit of XP for my regular playthrough too. Like, You're going to need to kill some of these guys. You need XP. I'm fairly certain ArcadeKitten literally intends for you to grind XP at some points in the game, because how the fuck are you supposed to do the Bridezilla fight if you're not? But anyways, child death due to medical malpractice. This child kicked my fucking ass. And then I got lucky. I just got luckier. I already grinded XP before. I just got luckier the second time, and I won. And also some random twink joined the call. So Mallory itemless is largely like how you'd fight her in the normal game, just being more cautious about HP. Attack with Mary sparingly. You're gonna need her to stay alive, so you'll be defending more, and defend is just a better source of MP. Defend is just a better source of energy, so you can get MP restore faster, so you can get MP faster, so you can use her specials faster, because you need to use her fucking specials. So you keep cycling defend into MP restore into one of the specials, preferably Ruin. With Vasilis, you're mostly just spamming attacks. An occasional defend might be necessary, but you mostly just mostly just spamming attacks. Oh, and also pray that Mallory uses Paw as little as possible, and, you know, targets Mary more often than Bacillus, because Mary is going to take less damage because you're going to make her defend most of the time, instead of just spamming attacks like you're doing with Bacillus. And, you don't want Mallory to use Paw, because that does a lot of damage. And that damage that we can't afford to take, because we don't have healing items. Anyways, we beat this child's ass, give the child her toy cat back, which calms her down, help a waiter, buy a singular flower, get some water, refill a drink, buy a bouquet, trade a ring for a key, go to the courtyard and place down a bouquet of flowers. If you didn't understand any of that, then you haven't played the game. Go play the fucking game! Okay, that's... brother. Bacillus, get better aim, I swear to God. So, remember when I said earlier that I had to grind some XP during my regular playthrough? Yeah, it's because of this bitch. Bridezilla. Her. The one that's probably on your screen right now. So after getting my ass absolutely handed to me, I had to grind more XP. Fun gameplay. Why did I decide to do this? No one's gonna watch this fucking video. Why did I do? So after grinding XP, I died to Bridezilla again. And then I grind XP again. I hate my life. So the strategy with Bridezilla is basically the same as Mallory, but you gotta grind XP more and be even more aggressive, like a lot more aggressive, and obviously pay attention to your HP more because Bridezilla does more damage, which again is damage you can't afford to take. So now that we survive by the skin of our teeth, we go cheat at gambling and get the ring back. We then officiate a wedding, get Dr. Tetra in our party, and fall down an elevator shaft. And we do a bunch of stuff that means nothing other than we have better enemies to grind XP with now. And it's time to fight Grindel. Oh, that's great. What should normally be the easiest boss in the game, sorry Grindel, I love you, becomes the second easiest boss in the game. Yeah. Wow. He's harder than Mallory. Yeah, so now that Dr. Tetra is in our party, we can fairly easily beat Sebastian Solus over here with a bit of XP grinding. You spam attacks with Bacillus, you ruin into defending, into MP restore, into ruin, and then repeat that with Mary, and you defend into MP restore, into any heals that are necessary with Dr. Tetra, and you should be able to beat Smiles. As long as, you know, you grind enough XP, you are going to need to grind. Unless you get, like, ungodly luck. So we beat Grindel, and he tells us to avoid killing as many spirits as we can. Yeah, I needless to say that promise is not being kept. Now we do a bunch of meaningless stuff that gives us tidbits that Ruin knows more than he's letting on, and is really fucking powerful for no reason, and Tetra has ulterior motives, yada yada yada. What this means for this playthrough is that we're gonna have to murder a lot of ghosts. Cerberus. This dog. I think his fight theme is literally... Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
What happened?
Bacillus deals 0 damage. Oh. So against this guy, all regular attacks do, like, basically no damage. You might do a little damage if your level's high enough, so, you know. And he does a lot of damage himself, so, yeah, we're gonna have to grind a fuck ton of XP. Yeah, sorry, Grindel. Gotta do it for the content that 2 people are going to watch. So, after grinding to Bacillus and Mary at level 9, which, that's what I grinded to. Maybe you need to do a little less or a little more. But I got Bacillus and Mary to level 9, and then I killed the dog. It wasn't easy, but at least now that Bacillus and Mary are level 9, and Tetra's like, I think level 7 or 8, probably 7, I don't fucking remember, we can stand a chance and don't just get absolutely demolished. So use the same strategy for Grindel, basically, just with a few minor changes. You're going to defend instead of attacking with Bacillus if they don't have enough energy for a double attack. So what that means is spam double attack. If double attack isn't available because you don't have enough energy, defend with Bacillus. You're going to have to change your strategy when Cerberus calls for reinforcements and the 2 goos appear. Have Bacillus, due to their higher attack damage and their ability to use double attack, have them attack 1 goo, while both Mary and Tetra attack the goo that Bacillus isn't targeting. When they're not using MP Restore, one of their specials. Obviously, both of those are going to be more important. And then, after that, you just go back to the regular strategy, because the goos are dead. So, now that Cerberus is down, you can do the final steps of the story, and get either the bad ending or the secret ending of the game, depending on if you've befriended either Mary or Dr. Tetra while playing. Yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, I won't be attempting to get the true ending. Dr. Tetra deals way too much damage and has much too high defense for that to be even remotely achievable. Like, theoretically, it could be possible, but... Like, theoretically, it could be possible if you're a high enough level, but either you're gonna have to grind for a few years, or you're gonna modify the game files, and, you know, I kind of have better things to do with my time, and I wasn't able to find a way to modify the game files, so I only got the secret ending and not the true ending. Oh, wait, you didn't beat Dr. Tiggy, you didn't beat Blackout. Shut the fuck up! I beat the game! The game is beaten! I got one of the endings! The game is beaten! Shut up, you motherfucker!
Did I just kill that child?
No, she's already dead. Well, you know what that means.
More grinding?
More grinding. Yeah, these guys, the Servancision. They're so annoying. Yeah, see! You see that? You see that bullshit?
God. Okay, so you know what's gonna make you even angrier? You know what? Circumcision is a pun.
I know incision is a pun, but what's the serva part?
Circumcision.
No, incision is a different word.
The joke is a servant is a deer. So it's a serve incision.
It's not circumcision, it's incision. It's a joke on servant and incision. Get your mind out of the fucking gutter. An incision is a surgical cut. It's circumcision. They have scalpels for a tail and legs. The joke is not circumcision. Circumcision is not the joke.
You know what else those scalpels are used for?
Circumcision is not a joke. Not the joke. My God.
Circumcision, circumcision. It's a one-letter difference. When
it is not a one-letter difference.
I mean, when you say it out loud, it's like a single sound or whatever.
It is a 3-letter difference. That is way too different to be a pun. It is servant and then incision. That's the pun. Oh my God.